We are part of the Fired Up Sports Network of shows. Please check out other Fired Up Sports Network podcasts like the P-Lot Pod, Water Cooler Talk, Bell Smashers, Philly Sports Love and Pain, Drunk on Broad, Beer Battered Sports, and the Fired Up Sports Show, which are available on all major podcasting hosting sites and social media. Also, check out Mark Ramos' Roundup on firedupsports.com, which breaks down the happenings going on with all your favorite local teams.
You're listening to Drunk on Broad, Philly Sports Unfiltered! From Broad Street down to the bank, we bleed red, green, black, blue, and gray. Racial classes, game day pride, Philly's heart, we're drunk on the ride. EAG Elliott flying high tonight, Six Stars lights up, the sky's so bright. Flyers crash like thunder on the ice. Philly swinging, everything's nice. Union chanting, passion loud and raw. City of grit, we break every law. Down, drunk on broad. No, we don't sleep. City of champions, running deep. For another round, let's make it loud. Feel it forever. We're Broad Street proud. Drunk on Broad. Yeah, we're home. Drunk on Broad.
Oh, good evening.
Good evening, Goyles and
It's
Ghouls. It's
it's
that
the
time.
well, it's the which it well it well I wish someone would have gave the Eagles the memo that the game on Friday actually started. Um,
No, it was a discount. It was a Black Friday giveaway. They
oh,
gave the Bears a win. It was one of
mm,
those discounts that like 70,000 people showed up for to support the team, and they're just like, "No, we're just going to give this to the Bears." Happy Black Friday sale. They're waiting for Cyber Monday. I think that's when they showed up. Cyber Monday.
I mean, out of all the games that they've lost and the games that I have felt frustrated watching,
Yeah.
that by far was far and away the worst game they've played top to bottom. I mean, they
Yeah.
looked disjointed on offense. They looked disinterested on offense. They looked confused and frustrated on defense.
Yeah.
Um, it just from every aspect of that game, it just looked awful. Um,
Yeah.
and coming off the game in Dallas where you blow the 21-point lead and you
Yeah.
had a little bit of extra time to prepare for that one on Friday.
Yeah.
It played out the same way that the game the two consecutive losses earlier on in the season played out.
Mhm.
You lose the game in giving up a lead, and then the following week you play on a short week and you get your doors blown off.
Yeah.
This game was a little bit closer on the scoreboard,
But
but
not,
it
the
never
score does not
not
at
even close.
all
And
show what the product was on the field on Friday. And that was the
even
worst
when
part.
yeah, I mean, Rich, talk about that sequence. Even in the middle of the third quarter, it's 10-9.
Yeah.
You get the interception by Jalix Hunt,
Yep.
who gets caught from behind by Caleb Williams. Then they turn the ball over on the tush push fumble.
Yep. Punched it right out. You found the way to beat the tush push. Hold them up and rip the ball out.
Which is the same way that the Giants did it
Yeah.
earlier on in the season. It
Yeah.
just
Hold them
didn't
up,
get
punch the
called.
ball out. To be completely honest with you, Don, like I keep saying it, like ban the tush push. And I'm saying ban the tush push because the Eagles are doing nothing creative on offense to show me that they actually have a fourth down play.
Yeah.
To run from like 4th and 1 to be able to pick it up when other teams can just get to the line and don't even need the tush push, and their quarterback just runs to the left and falls for 5 to 7 yards. Like I've seen
Mhm.
it multiple times this weekend where it's like, oh, they're lining up, and then the quarterback's like literally stumbling for 7 yards. And we are like literally doing this play to try to get an inch. And the only thing that's happening is we're getting stopped or Jalen's fumbling the ball because they don't blow the play dead. So they're not going to blow the play dead. The ball's going to get punched out. Like, what do you expect? They're not going to stop the forward progress. They're gonna let the play go. And I feel like sometimes it's been like 5 6 seconds and they're not calling it dead. So yeah, what are you going to do? You're going to just hold on to the ball for some? You should, but
Right.
I mean, I'm a huge proponent from everything that I've seen for this offense. It just needs to go away. Like that
Yeah,
they
it's
need to
become
stop
such a
trying to
crutch.
rely on something. And yes, it's a crutch to hide so many deficiencies that this team has.
Yeah.
It's this team's an abomination. This team is worse statistically on offense than the New York Jets. We
The
were
Jets.
tied and now we're worse. So
Uh-huh.
if that doesn't tell you something, then I don't know what is. And then people are posting the clip of Kevin Patullo saying, "We got to get this shit right. We need to fix it. We need to fix it now." And we're on to the Bears, bro. Holy fucking shit! You're saying that we need to fix this, and then you literally that's your game plan for the Bears?
That's the
Holy
fix.
fuck. Drag him into the street and get him out of my town. And I'm sorry his house got egged. It's never that deep. It looked like a
No.
bunch of teenagers though, so I don't know if it was like
Yeah.
actual fans. It looked like teenagers. But we should never do that, but we should fire that fucking guy into the moon. Because I'm just done. I don't even want to send him into the sun because the sun's bright. I want to send him to the dark side of the moon where he cannot be found.
Listen, Rich, you can send them to Lincoln Financial Field because that is essentially the upside down.
It's not even the upside down. Because
It feels like this like demonic version of what should be a
yeah.
really like this team feels like it is fallen into wins that they like we are no longer at the point in the season where you can say, hey, all we got to do is like
No, that's not
this
not even an
team
option.
has given you 12 games to show you what they are. And what they are is exactly what you see.
A bunch of
They're an
frauds.
offense that has no creativity. They have an offense that has a horrible success rate on third down.
Yep.
They have no way to
Bottom
get their
bottom three in
playmakers
the
in
league.
space.
Bottom three in
Like,
the league. Everything we're in statistically on offense is like bottom five or bottom three,
yeah.
which is absolutely asinine with the weapons that you have.
I mean, Rich, for an offense that has Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts, Dallas Goddard, and
Yeah.
not for nothing, the offensive line that's playing has three guys that have been to Pro Bowls.
Yep.
Like they are not like they're not a bunch of scrubs.
No.
This is the worst offense that this team has had in 20 years.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Like this offense is
Coming off a Super Bowl with everybody except Mekhi Becton intact.
correct.
So that makes no fucking sense to me. That's like how you can just go, it's that
What's
guy.
the common denominator?
The
The,
common
the,
denominator in 2020. All right, so we had Steichen. Steichen, offense looks amazing. Then we go to Brian Johnson. Offense absolutely sucks. Then we
right.
flip to Kellen Moore. Offense is fucking phenomenal. You win a Super Bowl. And then you flip, and now you have Kevin Patullo. Worst offenses under what two regimes there? The BJ in 23, and then the Kevin Patullo one we have now. The
Yeah.
outlier seasons are the ones where you have an offensive coordinator who's actually fucking smart and
Yeah.
knows how to run an offense. Look at what Steichen is doing in Indianapolis. Look
It's
at what
incredible.
Kellen Moore is attempting to do in New Orleans. It's admirable, but what are you going to do with
I
a
mean,
rookie
Rich,
quarterback and a project team?
this is not the first time that we have said that like the quarterback for the Saints is Spencer Rattler.
Now it's Tyler Shuck.
And now it's earlier on in the season,
Yes.
Spencer Rattler. Now it's Tyler Shuck. But like, they trade away their only offensive weapon. And what are you working with? And you still see them trying to be able to be creative. And look no further than Ben Johnson, right? Ben Johnson comes to the Bears and
Mastermind.
adapts.
That dude is a
What he
fucking
has.
genius.
He's great, right? Caleb. I heard the stat. Caleb Williams he took 8 plays under center.
Yeah.
In college.
Yeah.
This year, he's taking a majority of the snaps under center because he now knows that the play action is what's going to open up the play action, the run game. The focus on the run game opens up the play action. The play action opens up the pass game in the short and the deep, right? You saw them hit guys in the flat. You saw them hit guys deep. Like you can't have yo Joey.
Oh, you stud muffin. Muffin a stud.
Yeah, but it's like you look at Rich. How do you have this approach? How can you be so horse blinders to say that this offense that there's nothing to fix, right? We just got to make sure we get guys in the right position to make plays. But you're producing positive plays at a rate lower than the Jets and the Saints.
Yeah. And you say you got to put guys in
same.
position. You're the fucking coach, bro. You're putting them in that position. This is like the asinine counterintuitive comments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The smug, stupid, snarky comments. Well, we got to put guys in position to win games. You're the fucking coach. That's your job.
That's
literally your job to do. AJ Brown is not going to go out there and it's not schoolyard where it's, yo, man, run around and get open. I'm going to throw it to you. Like, that's not it. NFL, it's timing, it's route concepts, it's the sharpness of the route. Everything has to be in sync.
Yep.
So you're telling me 95% hitch routes are really what's getting it done? No, like, fuck off, KP. Like, I am over it. I'm sick of being miserable after the Eagles win or lose because it never looks good. There's no creativity and nothing's being done by it.
Yeah,
I could completely understand if we boat race somebody. I can be like, man, great called game. Man, Jalen looked good. Now I'm like questioning Jalen, which I don't like. But I mean, he missed some throws on Friday. He looked fucking terrible. But again, we got to put guys in the spot to win. You're making your fucking franchise quarterback look like shit.
Yeah, I got a couple of videos bookmarked and we can pull them up if you want to. But like you look at like when the approach as a whole, just it again week after week looks disconnected. Looks like there's no plan at all.
Yeah,
nothing's connected to anything, except for they have one drive. That one drive where they go and they manipulate the entire field in what looks like a hot knife through butter.
Yep.
And AJ Brown makes a spectacular catch down the sideline for a touchdown. And then nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
And then nothing until it's too late.
Yep.
And then they score. And then this bothered me so bad, even though the game essentially was already over.
Yeah.
But you score that touchdown late.
Mm-hmm.
And if you kick the if you kick the extra point, it is a 1-score game.
Yeah, it was stupid. And then Jake Elliott missing one was fucking terrible.
You go right. I mean that happens earlier on in the game, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Right? Like
I know.
But like
so stupid.
But like I don't know how you intentionally put yourself in a position. You don't have enough time and enough timeouts for it to be a 2-score game.
Yeah.
So like then I'm questioning like, well then why not make it a 1-score game? You still had 2 timeouts. You still had about 3 minutes left in the game. Like, as bad as they played, if they kick that extra point, it's a 1-score game.
Yeah. But nah, we fucked that up.
It just, to me, it makes no sense, because then even if you do score, if you miss, which they did,
Yep.
if you score the touchdown, now you're in a position where you got to go for 2 again.
Yep.
And now you're chasing points.
Yeah.
Where, like, it just, to me, it just doesn't. There's just so much about everything that just doesn't make sense, right? And you have that drive late where they start that drive with 2 minutes. It was like 250, 247, something like that.
Yeah.
Right? They run one play for 1 yard, and they let 47 seconds run off the clock. Like, the coaching decisions
We have
just
we
don't
have
make sense
bad
at all.
coaches. Like, I don't understand. Like, I go to war with people about, like, oh, Sirianni, so you want to give up the titles in the Super Bowl? He did that with coordinators who are fucking smart. Like, stop giving Sirianni credit. There's a
Yeah.
reason you're there's a reason why he was delegated to being hands off, because
Right.
he's not a good coach. If you're delegated to being hands off and you don't have a system
Uh-huh.
in place for people to run and you to hand them the playbook and be like, this is what we do, there's something wrong. Like, that speaks volumes to your coach. And then Kevin Patullo is just absolute garbage. Vic Fangio is the only hope that this team has, and that defense got fucking spanked by the run. Like, that was insane. But
Yeah.
again, that's Ben Johnson. Those, like, watching the Acho, like, breakdown of it, that 9 minutes, Ben
Uh-huh.
Johnson's a G. Like, the concepts that they came up with all these counter runs and all these holes opening up,
Yep.
like, you were driving Mack trucks through these motherfuckers. And then
Yeah.
you look at the Eagles' run game, and it's, all right, handoff, run up the middle, handoff, run up the middle, handoff, run up the middle. And it's funny because I'm watching memes where it's a dude playing Madden, and he's with the Eagles. He's like, all right, here we go, handoff, Saquon up the middle, ooh, 1 yard, deep ball, AJ Brown, incomplete, handoff up the middle, and that's all it is.
That's
That's
it.
all it is. Like,
That's it. Yeah.
you
And
got
then,
out coached by Ben Johnson so bad. And your time management at the end of the game, not kicking the field goal, not calling timeout.
yeah.
What are you doing? Like, is there a reason why you want to not be the 1 seed? Is there a reason why you don't want to be in the playoffs? Because they're not even playing like a playoff contender. That's
Yeah.
the crazy part. I'm afraid. I don't think this team's going to get 10 wins. That's the
I know
crazy part.
you were saying in the chat, right? You saw two more wins right now. Their percentages to make the playoffs are like in the 98th percentile for making the playoffs. And then with the Cowboys loss on last night, right? Their percentages to make the playoffs go into the single digits.
Yeah.
So I think there's enough winnable games at the end of this season,
Bro,
right?
we
That
thought
you
we
have
were locking up the East on Friday. Like,
Yo,
that's crazy.
but
3 weeks ago, we're talking about locking up the East on Black Friday.
yeah, but Rich, remember that season that we would love to forget, right? Those quote winnable games that we saw at the end of that schedule, right? At Seattle, when you let Drew Lock run up and down the field and come back and win the game,
fucking Drew
right?
Lock.
And then you come back and you're like, oh no, don't worry. We got the Cardinals at home, the rematch with Jonathan Gannon. And they get smoked.
Yeah, they got smoked.
That game against the Cardinals felt like this game against the Bears.
Yeah.
Like they got absolutely manhandled in that game. And then right, and I want to go back to the conversation you had started with Jalen, right? And I'm gonna pull up this play and I'm gonna try to make it bigger. And I'll make
Ooh, hey, how you doing?
let's
That's just me.
Oh, no. No, here we go. All right, we're going to switch. Here we go.
There we go.
All right. So this is the play that everyone's talking about, right? So you've got you've got Devontae and Dotson on the left.
Mm-hmm.
You've got AJ Brown and Goddard on the right. And this is the play that's essentially the pre-snap communication with Devontae. He assumes that he takes the slant. Jalen is assuming that he stops and just posts up, and the pass is behind him. But like, if we play this just a little bit further, right? Because they'll pause the video, right, and they'll say it right. If you look,
Dallas got her on the seam.
the the Bears blow the coverage completely. There's no one in the middle of this field.
Yeah.
Right. So you look at AJ Brown is open on the right. So he essentially, like, and I'm going to pause this here. Right. There is Dallas
Goddard is
Goddard
wide open.
is on the right hand side of the right hash. There is not a single Bears player that is within the closest Bears defender is on the opposite number. There is literally no one in the middle of the field with him. This is where, like, you talk about Jalen Hurts and the decision making. He locks in on Devontae Smith and just locks in, and doesn't see the rest of the field. Mind you, if we back it up just a little bit, AJ Brown is open in the flat on the other side.
Yeah,
right. And this is where, Rich, I look at this and go, like, all right, the play calling. This play, the play call was right. They called the right play. They had 3 guys wide open on this play.
Yeah, blind squirrel finds a nut there, Don. Blind
And I'm
squirrel
like,
finds a nut.
I look at this and I go, like, so there's like, and then there starts the conversation with, like, all right, well, now we got to talk about Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the locking in on shit. Like, I don't know why he's like doing this, and it's just like becoming one read and go. Like, that's it. Like, dude, you
Right.
have time. Like, look through your reads, go through your progressions. Like, that's a bad play. Like, one, he should have hit. If he hit Smitty in stride, we don't even talk about it. But then you get to actually like slow it down and see that 3 guys are wide open, and then the pass falls incomplete. Like, that's ridiculous. And plus, Jalen, why do you think he's because you run this, like, what? The second highest hitch route in the league, or the first highest hitch route? Oh, so that's why you think he's sitting down? Like, I don't know anymore, man.
And
I
Rich,
really don't.
You're going up, like, a lot of the conversation, like, you're going up against a defense, like, they had guys, their linebacking core was their 5th, 6th, and wait, it was 5, 6, and 8 on their linebacker depth chart.
Yeah.
They have one of the worst run defenses in the NFL. And
we couldn't do dick.
You couldn't get to run the ball there.
Nope.
You lose the time of possession battle by more than half, right?
Yep.
They had the ball for almost 40 minutes to the Eagles 20. I mean, and no wonder the defense is gassed. Yeah. Because what are you doing? They're playing 80 plus snaps. Like, it's, and we're now getting to the point, Rich, where, like, I don't know. I'm beyond trying to find a solution right now.
I don't think there is one.
Like, they are, to quote Herm Edwards, right? They are who we thought they were. They are, and, you know, they're going to go out and play a Chargers team that's, you're going to see a lot of their run game, right? Mm-hmm. And now we can broach the conversation about Jalen Carter, right? Jalen Carter has the procedure on both shoulders, and, you know, he's essentially, from all things that they're indicating, right, they're hoping that by the time he would be eligible to come back and be healthy enough, that they would have already locked up a playoff spot, and they're looking to just get him healthy for the playoffs. Whatever, fine.
Do you believe that's true? Like, that the Eagles are going to lock up playoff spot?
No, I think they're going to need him to play in Buffalo. I
Yeah.
think that they're going to need those last two games. They're going to need,
Mhm.
and they're going to need. Now, the only thing that they got going for them, Rich, is that if they can lock up the division, which they need some combination of the number 3,
Yeah.
right? They need between them and the Cowboys, Eagles wins, Cowboys losses to
Mhm.
lock up the division. They are not going to be lower than the 4th seed. So if they want a home game in that first round, then they're going to need those wins in
Yeah.
Buffalo, and they're going to need those wins, the wins against Washington. They need all of them,
And Washington's offense is going to be healthy. So,
and they're getting Jaden Daniels back this week,
yeah.
so he's gonna be healthy. Um,
I just I just don't I I have too many PTSD moments from 2023 and I really think that's what's going to happen. I think the Eagles are going to I don't even think they're going to they should win their division. And if they win their division, they're getting trounced in the first round because they're going to get outcoached. They're going to get outcoached. They're going to get boat raced, and it's going to be fucking embarrassing again. And everybody's going to point fingers, and but we all know what it's going to be. It's
yeah,
Sirianni's going to say there's nothing wrong. We're going to evaluate. It's a long season, like, bro, this happened to you twice. Like
yeah,
this monumental collapse happened to you twice. How can you say it's not you? Like you are also the common denominator in this. What
right,
have you legit proven? When are you going to step in and take over play calling? Because he can't. That's why he's not stepping in. I don't think it has anything to do with him having faith in KP. He
right,
doesn't want the blame because he doesn't want to be the guy who's wrong. Nick
right.
Sirianni is a smug dickhead. He doesn't want to be wrong.
I love it.
He
Like
turns
it,
around and he throws his
yeah,
shit at the fans. Yeah, you like that. It's like, that's not you, bro.
yeah,
That's not you doing this.
right,
And you're not proving to me that you're capable of managing this coaching staff or this locker room if you're not man enough to take over the play calling because one, you were fucking wrong for hiring him, and
yeah,
two, the scrutiny needs to fall on you. Because
yeah,
regardless, I really think he's gone after this year, regardless if they make the playoffs or not, because he's legit done nothing without great coordinators. I would rather have Shane Steichen as my head coach. I'd rather have Kellen Moore as my head coach over Nick Sirianni.
yeah.
Sirianni, look at
I,
what Steichen's doing with Daniel Jones. Like
oh,
that
I
in
mean,
itself is amazing. The
for
way
sure.
who's their best wide receiver? Michael Pittman? Is
Michael
Michael
Pittman,
Pittman
yeah,
AJ Brown? Is Alec Pierce Devontae Smith? No. Like, and that's
yeah,
the shit that I don't get. Like,
yeah,
Jonathan Taylor is all world. Yeah. He is 1A and Saquon is 1A. They're 1A and 1AA.
yeah,
So you can't tell me there's many differences in this offense besides Daniel Jones to Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts is a million times better, but he is playing like New York Daniel Jones. I get the high percentage of touchdowns, the turnovers. Jalen's elite in that category, but you haven't been elite in accuracy. You haven't been elite with your decision making this year. And it's hard to believe that this coaching staff broke Jalen, but I think Jalen is broken. And I don't know if he can be fixed. So that's a scary thing.
yeah. So a couple things, right? Like there's a lot in the midst of this conversation. There's a lot to unpack because you look at like what direction are we going here? Because
South.
I think that at
South
the
of
very
95 to the Commodore Barry.
stop at the very least, you're looking at a repeat of how the offseason played out the last time that something like this happened. I think that there is an absolutely there's an absolute off-season move in the conversation to be able to change coordinators again. And then I can't remember who I heard talking about that. I think it was I heard an interview with Kevin Nagandi, and he said this, and I didn't think about it until he said it. But he goes, "What has he done that he's gotten better at, or he's helped people get better at?"
Who, Jalen Hurts?
No, no. Sirianni.
Oh,
He's
nothing.
talking about Sirianni, right?
Oh, sorry,
Like
nothing.
so, like, but then it's hard. But the conversation that becomes hard to argue with is the production that he's had in terms of wins and losses, right? Getting to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years, winning one, being in the playoffs every season that he's been a coach. Like there, a lot of those feel like false information
Yeah.
because factually true, yes, but look at it with your eyeballs and it'll tell you a very very different story.
The,
Um,
the story is way different when
oh,
you look at it through the
100%.
eyes of people like us. Like, yeah, you can
Oh,
see the wins
absolutely.
and losses, but it's like one of those things where it's like people like who don't know and they're like, oh yeah, the Eagles, yeah, they got a good head coach. I mean, look at their record. Nah, I mean
Yeah.
it's winning in spite of coaching, and it's been that
So,
way with bad coordinators. It's just your
yeah.
talent is prevailing. But if you watch the Eagles in 2023, couldn't play a complete game, and then you go this year, the Eagles can't put together a complete game in a victory.
Yeah.
So okay, yeah, they're winning. Great. But what is the longevity of this team? Does this team look like a Super Bowl caliber team to you, despite
Right.
their
And
record?
the problem with all this is right, like this is your window.
Yeah.
Like this is your window of all of this talent and all of these guys being all on the side of the ball all at the same time. And how can you have an offense that has this much talent and it looks this bad after last year? And the thing that you're missing are those splash plays, right? We went through that last week. I think we went back and found two plays over 50 yards in the entire season when Saquon had 7 all on his own.
Yeah.
So it's like, and when you go back and like now you look at the way that the playoff race, right? And if it ended today, right, the Eagles would be the 3 seed and would match up against the Packers at home. And that I feel like they'd match like on paper again. They would match up really well with the Packers, right? They've had the opportunity to be able to, they go into Lambeau and hold them to single digits, and it's crazy because you look at those 2 games, the Lions they take care of business against the Lions and Packers back to back on a short week,
Yeah.
and then you come back and you blow a 21-point lead to the Cowboys and get your doors blown off by the Bears.
Yeah.
Like, and the Bears as a number 1 seed feel like a paper tiger, right? They
Yeah.
feel like they're the only team that I look at this and go, that's a team that I wouldn't want to run into are the Rams.
Yeah.
I don't trust Sam Darnold
No.
in Seattle. I don't care
Nope.
how good, Njigba has been incredible, but Sam
Yeah.
Darnold at big moments I don't trust. Baker Mayfield has looked pedestrian of late,
Yeah.
not looking good. Like they're 7-5. They're gonna kind of roll into that NFC South title just being the best of the worst group.
Nah, man. Maybe Carolina, dude. Maybe Carolina.
Maybe. You never
Probably
know.
not, but
And
maybe.
then
Probably not.
right, and then you got the 49ers at 9-4 as the 7th seed.
We've
Right.
played
You've
nobody.
got right and over in the AFC, right, you've got the Patriots and Broncos that have kind of asserted themselves above everybody else. But you've got like the Ravens are now taking over that division. They're going to come back and they're going to win that division because
And their team's ass.
right. And then you've got the Chargers, Colts, and Bills.
Yeah.
But some surprises, right? I mean, I know you talked about it earlier in the season, but like the Chiefs fell off the table exactly like you had talked about earlier in the season, right?
Who did I
But
predict for the AFC West?
the Broncos.
I'm an oracle.
But the Lions right now, even
Yeah.
at 8-5, are sitting on the outside of the playoffs looking in.
Yeah.
You know, it's a year where it really truly does feel like it's as open a team. Like there's not really a team that's really asserting himself.
No.
Like the Patriots are 11-2.
And I don't believe it.
I don't either.
I don't
And
believe
that's a
it's the
team that lost to
Patriots.
the Raiders in week 1.
Yeah, that's a team. That's a team I look at, and I like Drake May. Um, I
He
like
looks really good.
he does, but again, I don't trust it. Even with the Broncos' offense is as bad as ours is. Um, their
At 10 and
defense is
2.
just lights out.
Yeah.
It's going to be like one of those games where if you score 21 on the Broncos, I think you get a win.
Yeah.
Because you have to have that offense beat you, and they haven't looked good. But two dominant teams, right? They're just dominating who they're playing. That's fine. They can score points. Their defense can stop you. They can play a complete game. The Eagles can't. There's like you
Right.
look at the common denominators in the other teams is why are they where they are? Look at look at the fucking game last night with the Lions. The
Yeah.
Lions throwing up, 44, 44-30, like beating. Yeah, they let up a lot of points, but guess what? They can score points. That's what happens when
Right.
you give your best players the ball. You give Jameer Gibbs the ball, he's going to score a bunch of times.
Right.
We just go, hey Saquon, we dangle the carrot in front of Saquon and make Saquon doubt himself that he's not the same player. Well, I watched a few videos where Saquon literally was missing the hole, was dancing around too much, wasn't doing the one cut boom, waiting for things to develop. Like, yeah, but there's a hole on this side. I think you have a broken team, and that
Yeah.
comes with coaching. Like, if you can't bring these guys back up to play at their best, then what is the definition of being a coach? What is your definition?
I mean, you provide the plan for success,
Lead and encourage. You're a leader.
right?
You
And
encourage, provide the plan, your people execute. We have none of that. Like I'm looking at it.
I'm gonna quote the Eagles coach: "Tough, detailed, together." In that game against the Bears,
They were soft as
they
fuck.
they could not have looked further away from any of those, and those are your core principles,
Yeah.
right? As he like the that's the words that he used. Our core principles. We're tough, detailed, together. Well, you looked like you gave up on both sides of the ball. You
Yeah.
looked like you went in and had no game plan and no course of change, no ability to be able to change course in the middle of the game. Be like, this
Nope.
isn't working. Let's do something else. And then you look at together, right? Like they don't look like they have the ability to be able to communicate effectively,
No.
to be able to say like, hey, this isn't working. We got to do something
We gotta
different.
fix it.
We got to fix it. Well, like
But
you can't.
everybody's saying it though, Don. And that's the shit that pisses me off. You got
Yeah,
everybody saying it on the offensive side of the ball.
yeah.
Who's it come down to changing it?
Like
That's
at
everything falls back to coaching. And this is
yeah,
why we're getting fucking beat every week. We're getting
true.
out coached. Our coach is getting outsmarted. Ben Johnson's not a fucking schlub. The dude literally stayed another year in Detroit so he could handpick the job that he wanted. And he
Yep.
wanted to go to Chicago.
Yeah, yeah.
He
And he had the
got his
opportunity to
wish,
go
and now
to.
look what he's
Yep,
doing with that team.
for sure. Yeah,
I don't know what
not
more.
surprising, right? And I think something you brought up earlier, right? The concerning part is Sirianni is a guy who comes from the offensive side. The fact that he has not asserted himself to step in and take care of it, i.e., Dan Campbell. When Dan
Yeah,
Campbell saw that, like, the guy that he handpicked for the OC wasn't getting the job done and wasn't doing what he needed to do, he stepped in,
yeah.
took over the play calling, and did it. it didn't turn around right away, right? There hasn't been a huge change, but he at least did something. He didn't ignore the fact that pretend like something wasn't going on. It's just that's the part that's just like it's so maddening
And
because it just
they
makes you
turn
bang your head against the
and they're
wall.
scoring points again. That's the whole thing though. Like and now Detroit's
Yeah,
scoring points again. And that's the whole thing. It's like you can be wrong in your hire, but you got to do something to fix it. You're the head coach. You can't just keep doubling, tripling, quadrupling down. Like that
for
that's
sure.
it makes you look like an asshole. And my whole thing is it's like Nick is going to be the douchebag who in week 15 when we lose Monday against the Chargers, right? We got one more week. Who we play after the Chargers? Who's after the Chargers?
So after the Chargers, you're gonna see. Hold on one second. Just want to make sure I quote this correctly here. So you're gonna play uh, at the Chargers on Monday night, and then you come home and you play the Raiders at 1 o'clock,
All right, we're not going
and
to lose
then
to the
you
Raiders.
and then you play at the Commanders at the Bills,
I wouldn't be surprised.
and then you play the Commanders at home in the last week of the
Yeah.
season.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we lost to the Raiders because that's just how bad our offense is.
I
But
mean,
like
Rich, that
anything is
that's
possible in this world. But Nick Sirianni's going to take over in week 15 when it doesn't fucking matter
in
and
Buffalo.
everybody's all fucking defeated. What? We
He's gonna
lose.
take it.
So if
He's
we
gonna
lose
take
two more
over
games,
in
we go to 8-6, right?
right. But if you win two, and the bill and all it, if you win two and the Cowboys lose one, then you win the division.
Okay.
And that's essentially the only thing that is really on the table at this point. I think there would have to be some kind of Christmas miracle for them to, get above the Rams and above the Bears or whoever's going to be in that number one, number two seed.
Yeah.
I think at the very least, if they somehow figure out a way and they win 4 or 5 or whatever, that still might not be enough to get them to the number two seed.
They
I think
need
they're kind of
they
they're
need
kind
to
of
win
locked
out.
into.
They need
Oh,
to
they
win
would.
out for me to believe them. To believe in them, they need to win out and they need to win convincingly. Because if
I
they
was going to
don't,
say
I don't trust them to get it right in the wild card game.
it's not. It's not. If there is, if memory serves any of us correctly, there
We
is
know how this
not a
plays out.
way for them to just. This is not a flip a switch situation. There's no way.
No.
So when I look at this and I go, you gotta unless you put it on tape, unless you put it on the field and you go out there and you show everybody
Yeah.
For the next 5 weeks and it somehow looks completely different than anything else that it's looked like the entire year.
Yeah.
And I say that with the most amount of sarcasm I can possibly muster because I would be foolish to think that that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But listen, I would, Rich, I would love to be here on what that first weekend, that first week in January, eating my words,
Agreed.
going they proved me wrong. Cool,
Yeah.
that's fabulous for me. I'm on board with that because then that means that they have now somehow figured out a way to get it corrected to be able to kind of roll into the playoffs. But again, until you put it on tape, until you do it on the field, I got nothing, right? You're going to play on Monday night at LA. You got Justin Herbert, who's going to be coming off a hand surgery. So he's going to be, my guess is that they're going to, this is an opportunity for them to really rely on their run game. They got some depth at they might get Amarian Hampton back, but he is not Barry Sanders. Kamani Vidal is going to be the guy that's probably going to get a bulk of the carries.
Yeah, and he's been surprisingly very good this year.
Yeah.
So
my guess is that Justin Herbert isn't really under center. So the only reason that I bring that up is that they do a lot of their pass game is run off of play action.
Yeah.
And the play action looks very different in the shotgun because he's not going to be able to be under center and take snaps with a broken hand.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that looks. I don't know if that looks different. I think you need to be able to stop the run and put them in a position. And if you get an opportunity to put a lick on Justin Herbert, you're going to have to take it.
Yeah, you have to do it. My whole thing is you have to see how it is with that hand.
Yeah.
If he is even going. I mean, can our corner two can't cover who they put out there. If it's Quentin Johnson or if they have Keenan out in the slot, Ladd
Keenan
on the
Allen.
outside, like this to me has all but a get right game for the Chargers. This is to me like a get right game because now you're without Jalen Carter. We got to see if Jalen Phillips passes the concussion protocol for Monday.
Yeah.
Hopefully he does. If not, that's another huge loss.
Right.
You can't lose your two best guys on your defensive line and expect to be okay and get to Herbert. Like you have to get to Herbert. You have to hit him. You have to get in there ripping at that hand, getting it off the ball, making him play through so much discomfort as possible. And can you cover these wide receivers? Because they're not slouches. They just been playing
not at all.
terribly. But again, this is a get right game for the Chargers. Our offense against their defense does not match up right now. And our coaching staff versus their coaching staff does not.
No.
So,
No,
and
and
that's my whole thing. If we get out coached by the cheater Harbaugh, like that's fucking crazy. We shouldn't, but the guy's been around the league and he's a good coach. So,
Yeah.
what can he do? Justin Herbert only falls apart in the playoffs. He doesn't fall apart on the road getting there.
Yeah. I mean,
It's going to be tough.
You do have an opportunity on the edge, right? Because Joe Alt's out for the season, so
Yeah.
you're going to have you're going to be going up against Bobby Hart, who's not Joe Alt.
No.
To just be kind, but they have a ton of talent on defense. They got guys that are still going to come off the edge, right? You're still going to see a lot of energy and get right from Khalil Mack, right? You're still going to see you got Tui Pelotu, you got Derwin James on the back end, right? You've got guys that are going to make plays. So like you have to play your best game. You got to come out with a good game plan, and you got to understand that they are going to come at you with a ton of runs, with a ton of play action. Even it wouldn't surprise me if Harbaugh figures out a way to be creative with Herbert in the shotgun and play action.
Yeah.
Getting the ball out fast, getting the ball, hitting Ladd McConkey in the flat, like just getting the ball out fast, not letting Herbert sit back there and be a statue. It's but this Chargers team, Rich, has had a season very similar to the Eagles.
Yep.
Right? Like they've looked good ish in some games. Right? And then you got games where they lose and get blown out by the Jaguars.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Jags are top of their division.
They are. But like this Chargers team was supposed to be battling the Broncos for the top of this West. Like so there are a lot of parallels between both of these teams to look at the way that this team has played out, right? Like early on in the season in week 4, they lose back-to-back games to the Commanders and Giants.
Yep.
I mean, you have an opportunity to put the Chargers at the bottom of the NFC East with a win this week.
Yeah. I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm like,
I don't know.
I'm at that point where I can't keep being I'm going to bet on the Eagles every week, because it's just not working out. Realistically, I see this game 21-17 Chargers.
Okay.
I mean, we're home. or their home in LA. We're 24-21.
Okay.
We need to find an answer on offense because we don't have one. I am not convinced that we're going to find one this week because if he's on Hard Knocks talking about we got to fix this shit and it's got to start right fucking now, and then that's the effort you put up against the Bears, in my eyes, it can only get worse. Because if he thought the game plan that he was coming out with was better than the one against the Cowboys,
Yeah.
um, he's got to pick a different fast food chain restaurant menu to read from because Burger King was not better than McDonald's. And if he goes to Checkers as the next one, we're definitely fucked because they're bankrupt. So again, I need to see it. Like this is
Yeah.
I'm now from Missouri. I'm from the show me state. You need to show me something.
I love it.
Before I can really jump out. I can't. I love this team so much, but I have to be realistic with how I feel and my expectations.
Yeah.
It's not being pessimistic, it's just being realistic. This team has shown me nothing this whole season. They haven't even shown me perseverance. They haven't even shown me toughness.
Yeah.
So how can I believe in what they're going to be able to do Monday night against the Chargers is going
For
to
sure.
actually be positive? I
Yeah.
just don't see it.
And I know that there was a little bit of conversation that kind of centered around the idea of seeing Tanner McKee just
Yeah.
from the pure perspective of like getting an opportunity to see like, does it look different? Does it
Yeah.
look the same? Like, and not to say that, right, that you're you're coming up with some fictitious injury, but like
No, it's not a
the
Kyler Murray
one,
situation.
no, but the wonder is there to be like, hey, what does this look like?
Yeah.
And you know, I don't know, Rich. I kind of feel the same way. To me, it feels like it's an opportunity to see like this is a one score. This is another game. It's going to be another one score game. It's going to be a game that like unless you have a wild amount of production on offense and you figure it out, it's going to be like a 21-17, 20-17. I feel
Yeah.
like it's like
I have a feeling
and
this. I have a feeling, Don.
okay,
Just hear me out here.
for sure.
If the Eagles lose, okay, entertain me. I have a feeling we're all going to finally get our wish, and Justin Jefferson is going to be an Eagle. Um, we are going to have Tanner McGee at center, under center. AJ
Understand?
Brown is going to be wherever the fuck that he wants to be, and then Jalen Hurts is going to be a Minnesota Viking.
Really?
If this plays out in my mind how I think it's going to happen, is they lose, Sirianni goes, they bring somebody else in, Jalen doesn't fit what they want to do. Minnesota is desperate for a quarterback. They have a disgruntled wide receiver. Okay, let's
Yeah.
make something happen. Salaries match up. We bring him. AJ's pissed as always. Hey, fuck it. Eat the money. Get rid of him. Get some draft capital back. And then kind of play it out from there.
Sheesh. Rich, you went down a rabbit hole. Good Lord.
That's, to be honest with you, what I would do. Because I think Jalen is a very talented quarterback, and I think he's that good. But you have a stereotypical prototype quarterback sitting behind you who's cheaper. And
Yeah.
sometimes that will appease a certain coach rather than another one, especially if they don't want to come in and run the RPO and do design runs. So
Yeah.
we'll see. It's going to
Yeah.
be crazy. It's going to be crazy. That's what I
I'm
think.
curious. I'm curious to see how it plays out, but let's talk a little fantasy before we jump out of here.
Yeah.
Because we got
In the high-stakes world of fantasy football, the managers who obsess over stats and waiver wires are part of an elite squad known as the Fantasy Unit. These are their stories.
well, on this week's investigation of the Drawn in Order,
Dun, dun.
I'd like to report an assault because it is just it's a weekly beatdown of
I'm doing good, my friends.
Of epic proportions.
It's so
To the
much
point
fun.
where, Rich, you have now extended the lead. You now have 18 league points. I have 14. So unless I start putting wins together in the last 3 weeks,
It'll be tough.
there's going to come a point in time where we're just playing for shits and giggles.
Yep.
And we make a choice to figure out where we're all going to go eat.
Yep.
Not on your dollar. But it's I'd like to think that this week's investigation is it's about an assault because you've already started.
Yeah.
It already started last night.
Yep.
For
Had a
week
good
14.
Yeah, had a good night last
Yeah.
night.
You somehow managed to save and pair CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott in week 14 in a game where they put up 41 and a half combined points.
Yep. And CeeDee Lamb got knocked out with a concussion. Or it could have been a lot worse.
It absolutely would have been a lot worse.
Yeah. I thought it was funny because like looking back at last week and I'm texting you guys mainly because I was so hype. Like I was so excited because I'm like, oh shit, I hit the 2 number ones this week. I had Mahomes and who else did I have?
Last week you had Mahomes and you had AJ Brown.
And AJ Brown.
They both had 37 and change respectively.
Both went nuclear. And I'm like, this is fucking awesome. In 2 days, and I'm like, this is what you need.
Yeah, not to mention you also had Bijan Robinson that had 32.
Yeah, it was a good week.
It was more than a good week.
No, I didn't have Bijan Robinson.
You didn't have Bijan. I'm looking at the team. I'm looking at the best roster total.
Oh yeah, no. I was gonna say I played him earlier and he was a fucking.
You had in a week where you scored 131 points. You had 3 guys, four positions score in single digits.
Yeah. Yeah, I had some flops, and that was the fun part too. But that's like why I love this because I looked at it and I'm like, damn, like I had some fucking stinkers last week. But we're getting down to the nitty gritty where we all used a ton of guys. Like you need to hope one of your guys is a number 1 scoring option at their position for that week.
Yeah, at this point, that is going to be the difference between winning a week and losing a week. Is like if you can get guy that finishes in the top 1 or 2 at that position, that's going to be the opportunity to really win. Because like I had a dud last week with Zay Flowers, right? Zay Flower has negative points.
Yeah,
which is like it's just that it's the stuff that just makes you like.
It was brutal.
It makes you, yeah, it does. It kind of stinks. But this week I went with a little bit of I had to go a little bit different, right? Because Chris Rodriguez, who's going to play and take a majority of the snaps. All right, so we're both playing him.
Yeah.
But like
touchdown or bust, baby.
It's true. It's true.
He doesn't catch any passes, so it's touchdown or bust. But
no, and I'm gonna need the Commanders to put up a pile of points.
Just run.
Yeah, because I've also got Zach Ertz and Deebo Samuel.
Yeah, you're just
I'm
piling it on.
I'm not sure if between now and then I revisit that to maybe go a little less Commander heavy, but it really is a product of options right now.
Yeah,
those are all guys that like I still have available that still have good options. But we're also getting in the point where this is the last week of the regular season for regular fantasy, so we're going to go into the playoffs.
Yep.
Should be interesting.
It's going to be fun, and I'm excited to see what Joe's team he throws out there this week. When I beat you guys both, I think just with my first two games, I think I only would need like a half a point more to beat Joe, like from anybody, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm like But not, man. It's getting to the nitty gritty. It's fun. It's looking at matchups. It's looking at injuries and just being like, hey, fuck it. Like, to be completely honest with you, I may switch out my other wide receiver because Roma Dunze's out. I haven't used DJ
Yeah,
Moore yet. I didn't use Luther Burden. Like, these are the times now where you look and you go, oh fuck, okay, I need to use this guy because now his
yeah,
target share was at sitting at a 13-14%, and now it might be 24, 25 or higher. So
right,
you're kind of looking at this through that lens too. It's like, all right, I'm looking, shit, all right, I'm gonna get rid of this guy. Why am I taking him out? Because I want to put this guy in because the guy outside of him's hurt. And it's
yeah,
like, oh fuck, okay. Because this is the time to act on those moves. And you don't know if you're in week 17 and your best option out there is DJ Moore, do you want to play DJ Moore with Roma Dunze back? Or do you want to play Roma Dunze when it's him, Almazay, Zacchaeus, and a bunch of rookies?
right.
Fun stuff.
It's true. All right, Rich. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
Got anything?
I'm trying to think. No.
I got something. I got something fun.
Ooh, what's fun? Yeah, what's fun?
There's going to be an alternative broadcast of the Eagles Monday night game that's going to have the Monsters Inc. characters. That's going to be on Disney Plus and ESPN too.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch.
Which I thought was like,
I'm gonna watch that first.
It's like
It'll bring me joy.
If the game goes off the rails, I might just watch Sully and Mike Wazowski, and the rest of the Eagles monsters play on Monday Night Football. I just thought that was fun. It's a
cool way to get
fun
the kids
option
involved.
to be able to get the kids to get the kids interested. And I'm Rich. I'm actually curious, and what I might do in the den downstairs is I might put it on both TVs. Just have the regular game on one TV and have the Monsters Inc. game on the other TV.
It's probably going to be fucking great.
I'm like that. I think that might have to happen.
I love it. Oh, my final thought: Tyrese Maxey, bro, and VJ.
Yeah, the end of that game last night was absolutely awesome. I mean, ignore the fact that they gave up a 25-point lead.
Yeah, we're done. We're not talking about that. Done. Shh.
The end of that game was absolutely awesome.
That finish from VJ and then fucking the chase down block by Maxey. Holy fuck. The Sixers are not a good team, but the young guys are fucking exciting. But
they're also not an awful team.
No, they're not terrible, but they are the Sixers. How many 20-point leads have they blown this year? I think like 4.
I don't know, but like you've got Maxey, who's got 3 straight 35-point games.
Yeah, he's a stud.
Like on that list of Sixers is Wilt, Dr. J, Charles Barkley, AI, Embiid, and now Maxey.
Yeah,
like the influx of energy from Edgecombe and the way that his game matches up with Maxey. You see Maxey really asserting himself in that role as really taking over that team. And you see a not absent, not disinterested Joel Embiid. Like they're watchable.
Yeah, they are. They are watchable.
And so and I gotta be honest, so are the Flyers.
The Flyers I heard were fun. So I gotta start getting back into them. Gotta get back in. Hey, they beat the Panthers twice, right?
Yeah. Rich, I might have to get you on here talking pucks.
Oh, dude, I love the talks. Give your balls a tug, as Shorzy would say. Watch Shorzy. Philly, I'm Rich. That's Don. Yes. We're drunk on broad. Thanks for stopping by. As always, fuck the Cowboys and fuck Spike Eskin. That's all I got.
That's it.
That's it.
Go Birds.
Bye-bye.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Eagles are Super Bowl champions.